What's going on, guys? Aero here, and guys, today I want to talk to you a little about Nintendo's next new system, the NX. So if you guys have been subscribed to me for a long time, then you probably know that my channel's beginnings on YouTube started out with a lot of NX content. I was making videos on NX rumors, NX leaks, and a lot of NX speculation. So maybe some of you have been wondering, Aero, what happened to all of your NX videos? And there's really two reasons as to why I stopped making NX videos. And the big one was the big announcement that we got in April that the NX is coming out in March of 2017. See, when I started my YouTube channel, I was really thinking that the NX was going to be coming out in holiday 2016. And so it gave me a lot of hype when I was making videos on NX. But when we found out the announcement that it's coming out in March of 2017, thinking about making NX videos in April of this year, it just felt like it was so long until the NX was actually going to come out, and I felt like you guys wouldn't be interested in me just covering every single rumor and leak and speculation all the way up until March of 2017. You know, I felt like it wouldn't be that interesting for me to just cover the same thing over and over again, and just talking about rumors and things from like so many different sources. I just didn't feel like it was going to be that interesting. And the second thing was Pokemon Sun and Moon got announced, and since I'm such a big Pokemon fan, that gave me a lot of video ideas, and that's how I've been able to keep so many videos coming on the channel about just Pokemon Sun and Moon news, some Pokemon Sun and Moon ideas, and that's how I've been making so many Pokemon videos for my YouTube channel, but I haven't been making any NX videos. And I think that this is a good idea now, because what I'm planning on doing is just giving you guys these sort of NX update videos on like my thoughts on the NX, because I've still been keeping up to date with all of the NX news. I mean, I've been reading some articles online. I've been reading some rumors. Like, I know all of the stuff that's been going around about the NX. I just haven't made any videos on it for my YouTube channel. And so I think it's just a good idea if I give you guys some updates on what I think of the system from time to time, rather than giving you guys a video on every single like bit of information that comes out for the system. So I think that's what I'm going to do for you guys in this video. I'm just going to quickly go over some things. And so yeah, in this video for the NX, I'm basically just going to be giving you guys three big things. Number one, the concept of the NX and like what we know so far pretty much from a whole bunch of information. Number two, what I want to see from the system itself. And number three, the price that I would like to see for this system. So yeah, so let's start off with number one, the concept. Now, from all of the patents and things that we're going off of, it looks like the NX is going to be primarily a handheld console. And so when I first found out this information, I was kind of a little bit bummed, because I did think it was going to be a home console like system. I didn't really think of it being a handheld system, but it definitely looks like from these patents that are shown here that it looks like it's going to be a handheld system. And the way they show it, it looks like it's going to be a handheld system, but you'll be able to detach the controllers that come to the side of the system and then use them as like controllers for basically a home console. So it looks like it's going to be a handheld that you can hook up onto some sort of other device, because if you look at one of these other patents here, it shows the game console being hooked up to something called a supplemental computing device. And so this looks like it has like the powering capability for turning all of the game data and information into a high quality like home console content, so it can turn all of your handheld like game experience into a high definition console experience. And that's what it looks like the NX is going to be, and I think that's a really cool idea. I think right now, everybody has smartphones, and the mobile gaming industry is just a really high, branch of gaming right now. Everybody can just, take their phone out and start playing Pokemon Go or any type of mobile app. It's just so easy to do it, and I think Nintendo's still going for, the mobile experience is really good. I think that's really fine, because, not everyone plays, on consoles anymore. Like, there's so many people on PCs now, and I think it's so good how, if they're still going for a mobile experience, I think that's really good, because there's still people who can pull out a game system on a train or on a bus or something like that, and I think it's really good. And the way that they can do this is so cool, because then if you want to play on a home console, you can just go home, hook it up to your TV, and then turn everything into an HD game. I think that's going to be a really cool idea. I really like how it's going. You can see from all these other patents here, it shows like detachable controllers. Like, there's one where it shows like the A, B, X, and Y buttons, like being able to be fastened out of the system and then being put back in. So I think that looks like a really cool idea. I can't wait to see what this actual system's gonna look like. I think it's really cool And yeah, I really like the idea of just being able to play on the go and then just being able to hook it up onto your TV and having a home console experience. I think it's going to be really good for developers as well, because pretty much every single game that you're making for the NX is now going to be able to be played on the go and being able to be played at home as well. I think that's amazing. I can't wait to see how that looks like. If we get our 3D Mario game, we can play it on the go and we can play it at home. If we get our next new Zelda game, we already know Breath of the Wild's going to be looking really cool. I can't wait to see how that would look if you play it on the go and then just turn it into that really cool home console experience when you get back home. I think it's a really cool idea. I love how developers are going to be able to create like a mobile gaming experience and pretty much a home console experience at the same time. And so being able to play those games looks like it's going to be really cool. We also have those rumors talking about how the Nintendo NX is not going to be using discs, but it's rather going to be using cartridges. And I think that's a really cool idea as well. I think that just makes sense because all of Nintendo's handheld systems that we've seen so far, they all have little cartridges for the games. We haven't seen any like disc that you put into our DSs or anything like that. So I think it makes sense. We just put like a little chip of Breath of the Wild or whatever into our NX system, and then at home we can just hook up the system to the TV, and then the game data just turns into the home console experience. I think it's fine. I don't think we have to have discs. I think I read somewhere that it even makes it cheaper because they don't have to spend that much money on using discs. So I think overall it looks like an amazing idea to being able to turn a mobile gaming experience into a home console experience. Alright, so now let's talk about what I want to see from this system. The big thing I want to see for this system is marketing. Nintendo really needs to show us why we need to buy an NX and why it's something that we all need and why it's such a cool, unique gaming experience. And this is where they said a lot of the Wii U's problems came in, because I feel like with the Wii U is suffering, but it is not because of third parties. I mean, sure, that's a part of it, but it's more because of how unclear they were explaining what the Wii U's concept was. I mean, literally, the name Wii U is the same name as Wii, except for one letter at the end. And that's what led a lot of people to be confused on, what the Wii U actually was. They were like, well, it has the word Wii U in it, or like, it has the word Wii in it. So they were like, okay, so what's the big difference? Like, I already have a Wii in my house. And when they explain how to use the controls and stuff, they would always say, like, you don't need to worry about getting new controllers. It already works with your pre-existing Wii remotes. And so that led a lot of other people to be like, okay, so if it already works with my Wii remote and it's just like a bigger system, what's the big deal of getting a Wii U? And it really confused a lot of people. So I hope they can really market the NX. They got to be able to show everyone why we need to buy the NX, what the NX can do, show us all the capabilities for it, show us the amazing gameplay, show us everything that makes the NX look really unique and a system that you would need to buy. I think if they do that, then the NX will be great. Another thing is we need a good launch lineup. I think this is one of the things that also didn't help the Wii U. I mean, we got so many games that were pretty old and not many people already played them. We need brand new games that actually want to make you get the system. The only game that the Wii U came out with that was somewhat playable was New Super Mario Bros. U. That was like the only game that people actually wanted to play. And then again, it was still the hardcore Nintendo fans who were fans of Mario that ended up buying a Wii U on launch day. You really need to have a variety of games to make sure that people will buy an NX. I know Breath of the Wild pretty much a guarantee at this point. It's going to be launching with the NX. It makes a lot of sense. I know that's going to get you a lot of people. But I hope you don't get the mentality that, okay, Breath of the Wild, we're set for launch day. I mean, it doesn't mean that, it's not going to mean that just because you have Breath of the Wild that people are going to be getting an NX. Like, have a good amount of other games. I hope that as long as they have good games, then it's going to be fine. I mean, the Wii U has some amazing games. We've got Smash Brothers, we got Mario Kart 8, we've got so many other cool games as well. We got Splatoon, we got some great games. The problem was they came out so late after the game. We've got Splatoon in 2015, Smash came out in 2014, and then Mario Kart 8 also came out in 2014 as well. The system was released in 2012. 2 years to get decent, or to get good games on our systems is too long. If you want good systems on the NX, or if you want good games on the NX, they have to be ready. If you don't want to release them on launch day, fine, but at least have them, at least ready in like a month, so that people can get an NX with their games when they're ready to be, when the games are ready to be launched. Have a good launch lineup, have some games ready, and even though it's coming out in March, if you can get a good amount of games ready by the holiday season, then you're set for the holiday season as well. Make some NX bundles. It'll be great. If you can get a good launch lineup and you can market the NX, then you are going to be golden. People are going to be buying NXs everywhere. It's going to be great. So those are like the really two big things that I want to see from this system. Market it real good and make sure it has a good launch lineup. And finally, the last thing we need to talk about is the pricing for the NX. Now, the NX looks like it's going to be a pretty cool system, and I can't wait to play it, but I'm sure pricing is going to be an issue for some people. I know that the NX, I know the Wii U launched at like $350 for the black model, and then it was like $300 for the white one. So I really hope that if they make an NX, if they can make the NX cheap, I hope that they can make it an affordable price. Right now, I would say the cheapest I would like to see it is probably like $180. I think that's a really good pricing if you want it on the cheap side. I would say probably the most expensive type of system I'd like to see is probably like $250. I think that's like the most expensive they should get with it if they really want to stay there. I think, I don't want them to make their mistakes of what they did with the Wii U and what they did with the 3DS, which was give it an absurdly high price and then do a massive price cut, like after a couple of weeks after the system launch. I don't want to see that happen. I hope Nintendo can figure out a good price right from the beginning and launch it at that price and keep it at that price for a while. And, before like Black Friday or something comes and they need to, do a price cut. Because the 3DS launched at like $250 and then it got slapped to like $180. That was like a $70 price cut right there. So I don't want to see that happening. I hope that if they make the NX a good system, then I hope that they have a set price that they keep for a long time. I think that's fine. $250 seems affordable to me. I think that's a decent price. I think there was a leak a long time ago saying that it was only going to be $150. I think that's a really good price as well. If it's only $150, I mean, it's not really a home console. I mean, you're only getting the game console and the supplemental computing device, I'm pretty sure, because like the controller is already with your system itself with the NX. So I think $250 is decent. I think $150 will be amazing. So yeah, anywhere like from $200 to $250 I think is a good price. If it gets to $300, I can still probably get it, but I'm just saying, $300 might be a little too pricey for some people, as they do care, like about, some people do care about pricing when they're getting a new system, as it is kind of an investment for the next couple of years. So definitely figure out a good price. I would say $250, but if Nintendo can figure out a good price or offer some nice deals and stuff along the way, maybe if they have like a promotion or something where if you trade up your Wii U, they'll give you like a couple percent off your NX or something. Anything that they can do will definitely help them out. So yeah, I think the NX is going to be looking great. I'm pretty sure, or I'm not pretty sure, but I know we were supposed to be getting news about the NX. Supposedly we're supposed to be getting news next month, so if we do, I can't wait to see it. I hope they do like a great unveiling. I can't wait to see this system. It looks like it's going to be amazing. And yeah, definitely give me your thoughts on what do you guys think of the NX right now. Are you guys still following the NX news? Let me know. Are you guys still interested in it, or are you just going to wait till Nintendo shows it off? Are you guys still really hyped for it? Let me know. What do you guys want to see from the system? What do you guys think is the most important thing for making an NX a successful launch? Definitely let me know. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to click that like button, as it really helps me out. And if you're hyped for Pokemon Sun and Moon, hyped for Nintendo content, and just hyped for the NX in general, be sure to click that subscribe button for more Nintendo content on this channel and other Nintendo games as well. Thank you so much for watching.